What's happening, everybody? How are you guys doing tonight? I am doing well. Hope you guys had a good few days since Wednesday and our super fun acolyte discussions. But tonight is definitely not going to be about fucking Star Wars. No. Tonight I have a special guest. Most of you have probably heard of him. Josh loves him, and we're all basically we're all nerd vengers, so we check out the Geekycast, and he's dope. And he's awesome enough to actually be here tonight. So get ready for a good old time talking about the tea. But before the tea, you need to fill your cup. You need to light your smoke. You need to lean back, smash the like, and relax. Because the Geeky Cast is in the basement. Damn you, mouse. Do, 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 do. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the basement, and welcome to what should be one of the funnest streams that's ever happened on this here little channel. As I've been saying in all exclamation points all afternoon, we got us a special guest. He is a fast rising scooper and awesome enough to come on this dinky little channel. He is the Geekycast.
What's up, man?
Oh, not much. Chilling.
I feel that. I feel that.
Ready to talk some fun stuff. And let me get caught up with chat real quick.
Yes, sir.
Damn. Bun Sauce was up in here 25 after 8. Claiming the chat. What's up, Bun Sauce? Brady's up in here. How you doing, Brady? Oh yeah, I definitely remember you, Bun Sauce. You are you're memorable, to say the least. Definitely memorable. What's up, Brooke? Hey, David. How are y'all doing? Have y'all had a good second half of the week? How about you, Mr. Cast?
Yeah.
How's things been for you as of late?
Well, it's the weekend, so I'm glad.
Sure.
Got some updates on some video games I want to play, and
Ooh,
yeah, that's really it right now, honestly.
nice. Well, I am not a big gamer, but quite a few people in my community are. So I'm sure if you have gaming knowledge to go with your Mervil knowledge, everyone would be happy to hear it.
Yeah.
What's up, Jorge? How you doing? Well, you should be flattered, Bun Sauce. Yeah. Oh, good, man. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear that, Senor Castillo. David B says, happy now. England beat Switzerland. Are we talking the Copa or something else? Because I see people that I follow on the TwitX talk about the soccers, but I don't follow it myself much.
I was gonna say, I'm assuming that's soccer. I don't know either.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's soccer here. It's literally football everywhere else on the planet,
Yeah.
which is hilarious. Oh, the
Yeah.
Euros? Okay. Nice. That's still like a World Cup qualifying tournament, correct? Like that's literally the only time I ever like purposefully turn on soccer for a few minutes is for the World Cup.
I feel you. I'm an Italy fan.
Ah.
Yeah.
Viva Italia.
Yeah. Families everywhere. So
Nice. Very nice. Cool. So, just a quick question before we get into like, deets and the fun shit.
yeah.
Without getting anyone in trouble.
Okay.
Can you explain how you even got into scooping?
I mean, to be real, I just had an obsession with, I don't know, I guess when a movie comes out and people are like, oh, I want to know what happens before it comes out. And I just always had that rush of that. Honestly, I started off with Star Wars. I've
Okay.
been a diehard Star Wars fan since I was a child, which I don't know if people follow me of recently. I'm having a hard time with Acolyte.
I noticed. Well, I mean, you've seen mine, Toe.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, just honestly that. And then I got into Reddit. And then from Reddit, I just found people that were alike that would work maybe on lights in the studio or like would say this and that and reach out to me. And it, rumors turned into meeting people and people turned into friends. And I just get stuff sometimes and, pass it along what you're allowed to and whatnot.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. The best way to lose a source is to do the exact opposite of what they want you to do.
Exactly. Exactly. I feel that.
Cool. So it was just curiosity led to Reddit, led to meetings, and poof.
Yep.
Here
Quick.
you are, one of the, like, for reals though, you are like one of the, I would say, hottest up and comers right now.
I mean, I know a lot of people, so yeah. I mean, I figure people reach out a lot. That's a true statement.
Yeah. What's up, Dreadgoat 30? Welcome to the basement. And we already got your first question, Mr. Sir.
So without diving much too into it, Esposito's character is supposed to be brought over into Moon Knight season 2, and that's like one of the big villains for that, pushing into it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Bun
You'll
sauce.
get used to bun sauce.
It's all good. You should see our group chat.
Oh,
So,
right.
This is PG.
Noise. Well, cool. So, George Washington Bridge.
Yes, sir.
Giancarlo is it? Okay, where is the accent on his last name? Because I hear people say Esposito and Esposito. So, like, are you aware? Is the accent over the I or over the O?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really even call him that. I've just always called him like Gus. if I'm being honest with you, it's always been Gus or Moff Gideon. That's always been my
right. Yeah.
I like him though,
Gus.
regardless or not. He's amazing. He's a great actor.
Oh yeah.
Even the small parts he's in The Boys. He's like a character. He plays himself in everything, but how he plays himself is done well.
Yes.
I guess you could say.
Unlike certain, former wrestlers, we could mention
The Rock and Batista. The worst.
Not so much Batista, but mostly The Rock. Batista's actually starting to get skills. The Rock is, it was Black Adam, The Rock.
Yeah, I feel that.
Over the I, Jorge? Okay, so it is Esposito, not Esposito. I'm gonna have to get in John Roca's ass over that one. Because he's one of the people that says Esposito. And I'm like, bro,
Oh god.
this is shit you should be getting right.
Yeah.
So I may have to troll him just a little
Him and Snyder.
for fun. He's a good guy though. I like his stuff, but occasionally he gets a little over, so I have to fuck with him some.
Yeah.
In his comments. Bun sauce. Bautista has more range, at least, sorta. No, he does.
I think it depends on his film. I
Yeah.
didn't like him in what was the one that just came out? Was it Cabin in the Woods or whatever that film was?
Yeah, the one where he was one of the killers or whatever.
The weird sweaty guy with glasses.
Yeah, I don't remember the title of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I heard that one wasn't that good, but there's been a couple other things he's been in where he's done well. Like he was actually decent, honestly, in Riddick.
I don't even know who's in. Oh, that's with Vin Diesel. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
that's technically what would that be? I guess Pitch Black
2, right?
No, it'd be 4.
Okay.
Or 3. It's the third one. I think he's working on the fourth one. Yeah, because there's Pitch Black, Chronicles of Riddick, and then Riddick.
Okay, you're right. Yeah. His little role in Blade Runner as well.
Yeah. But yeah, I love the Riddick movies.
I honestly have not seen them. I know what they are, but I have not seen them.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a little bit older, like than the average person on whatever. I don't know what you'd call it. But yeah, I'm not really was into older movies. Like my thing is if I ever grew up past them, I never watched them. So like The Matrix and stuff like that. Mission Impossible. The older James Bond movies. Never saw any of them.
See, I haven't gotten into those, but how old are you?
I am 33.
Oh, my child. I am 48. I am 48. So I've seen, other than all those old James Bond movies, I've probably seen all the ones you just mentioned.
Yeah, I grew up with Star Wars and Lion King. Well, Lion King was my first movie I ever saw in the theaters as a 1-year-old or 2-year-old, whatever.
Oh, okay. So yeah, the original, what I would call Disney's golden era of animation.
Before it died.
For me.
Yeah. I will say that Disney died with I liked Frozen. My daughter loves all that stuff. So I think with Frozen, I think Disney died. Oh no, with Moana, Disney died to me. Animation wise.
Yeah. Well, they own Pixar, right? They seem to have made a little bit of a comeback with Inside Out.
Yeah, I never saw it, but dude, $2 billion or $1 billion in like 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever that was.
Something like that. It was fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Like and honestly, like the next person I see like on any platform say animation is just for kids, I'll be like, that's motherfucker. An animated movie is now the biggest movie is almost the biggest movie of this year, only behind fucking Barbie.
Yeah, and if you think about it, you have movies like Mario, you have Barbie, you have Despicable Me, which we just saw the new one.
Yeah,
that you have Dragon Ball Z, you have everything that's kind of like in these different categories that are huge. And yeah, for anybody who says animation is for kids, to me it's dumb because usually in the category of animation, anything a little bit older is 17 plus. So
right, yeah, that's true too.
So it's hard to say, like I think animation maybe used to be, but it's come a long way, and it's better. I don't know. Yeah, it's better than a lot of movies.
Lately, for sure. Lately, for damn sure.
Yeah. Treasure Planet. Yeah, I do remember Treasure Planet. They're old movies. Old movies.
Don't emphasize the old too much there, Buster.
Hey, it's okay. I accept them both. I accept them both.
Bun Sauce said Pitch Black was great. Chronicles was way different, but still fine. Yeah, it was different. I enjoyed it though. Honestly, I think Riddick is it did that trilogy thing that you get sometimes where the first one is fucking like hell yeah. Second one is like, yeah, all right, and the third one's in between them.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to, I can't remember who I had this conversation with. I think it's hard to have a trilogy where it goes, because usually the first one's the best. Usually,
Yep.
I think it depends on the movie.
Mhm.
Then the second one's either super amazing or it's iffy. And then depending on the second one, the third one. So like Lord of the Rings, to me, Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man 3. To me, that's my favorite superhero movie of all time next to Man of Steel. But
Wait, you're Toby 3?
mhm. I'm a die hard Tobey Maguire fan.
I mean, I love Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, but
Dude.
I was trying to shrink into my movie seat when I was watching, or my theater seat when I was watching 3.
I
Like
saw it 7
Bully
times.
Toby was
I loved it.
I couldn't handle Bully Toby. For me, number 2 is like the king of that trilogy.
I see. I feel like number 3 had the weakest villain though, or number 2 had the weakest villain though. I would argue because I think realistically, you got to say Willem Dafoe is the best because it's Willem Dafoe. But I think Thomas Hayden Church as Sandman is, if not one of the best villains we've ever had of all time. The development between not really being bad, having to do what he has to do for his daughter, asking for forgiveness from the hero that he killed his uncle. You know, just the scene when he first becomes Sand gets me every time when he's trying to grab the locket. I think they're all good. I think they all build off well, and I think that's why Sam Raimi was so successful at that. I think it's just a great trilogy in general that start to end tied around, unlike what a lot of movies don't do anymore, being Marvel movies where the villain dies in every single film.
Yeah, that's annoying. Like honestly, we need like that MCU needs a long running villain badly.
Yes.
Like badly. Who's a heretic, Bun Sauce? Me or Mr. Chad over there?
Probably me.
Toby is Brooke's favorite Spider-Man actor. I mean, you can't argue with it.
I feel like it's hard to even say that Toby's anything besides good. I mean, watch any movie he's in. Brother is amazing. Like Great Gatsby. He's just a great actor. He's very underrated. Yeah. I will say he's very underrated.
I would agree with that. I would definitely agree with that.
He's just something.
What's up, Griffin Allen? How you guys doing? Bunsaw said Sandman is so sympathetic. Oh, I do agree with that. They just fucked up Eddie Brock hard.
Okay, now hear me out. And this is going to be... I can't stand Tom Hardy's Venom. And I am a die-hard Venom fan. I think Tom Hardy's Venom is the worst iteration of Venom on the planet. And Topher Grace's Venom was so dark that he went to God and asked God to kill Peter Parker. That's how you know he was on a next level. Like, you know, think about that. How often do you pray to kill somebody like that?
Depends on what I see and who I'm told about. It's been a few times. I have wished death on a very select few people, but it's happened.
But off of your career, off of being a photographer?
Yeah, no, that's a little nuts.
Like, it ain't that deep.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I suppose. But like Bully Toby still is cringe as fuck for me. I just can't. I just can't. I can't do it. I just can't. Oh yeah, you were the one Bunsauce wanted to stake for that shit.
Yeah.
Jorge says Doc Ock was great. Does not have a power per se. In theory, a well put bullet could do away with Doc Ock, unlike the other villains. I mean, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know. Alfred, I think a lot of it is just due to how good a job Alfred Molina did, because he owned that motherfucker.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like
in that film.
Like he owned the movie. It wasn't just his role he owned. He owned that movie.
Yeah, Spider-Man Raimi's trilogy is definitely built on villains, kind of like how Nolan's Batman series is.
Yeah.
Except I can't stand Nolan's Batman, but the villains are good.
Okay, well, end of stream. No, I'm just kidding.
Dude, I hate Nolan's Batmans. Like, you couldn't even... Bro, he gets lit on fire in the first movie. Like, come on now. How pathetic is he?
I love Nolan's Batman.
Oh, I can't. He loses in every film. He's garbage. He's not a good Batman. He's not Christian, or he's not Ben Affleck. He's not Batman.
Well, I mean, actually, I would probably put those two on par. I like Batfleck and Bale Man about the same.
Fair.
And while I dearly love Keaton's Batman because I grew up on that,
Yeah.
like in the grand scheme of things, eh.
He's not that good. Yeah. I
But
liked him though. I loved him in
well,
the
I
Flash.
should say the movies. Keaton himself is awesome.
Yeah. Oh
The
yeah,
mo-
dude.
The
Yeah.
movies were near. Val did all right. I don't ever. I'm never watching Bat Nips again. So
I
there's
liked
that.
I liked Clooney's Batman.
He himself was okay. I don't know what's up with the Bat Nips,
Oh
and Schwarzenegger was not good.
yeah.
Uma was
Yeah.
decent,
Yeah.
and I mean Chris O'Donnell's all right, but
That's
like
Robin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was my favorite iteration of Robin in live action. The suit.
Oh, the suit. Okay.
The suit. I like the suit. His Robin was corny. He's like plastic lips or whatever he says. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh yeah. Right. Yeah. What's up, Matt? How you doing, brother?
Camera is the voice of Batman.
Excuse me.
That is true. Kevin Conroy will forever be the man in every way or form. I also like Jensen Ackles in the animated Batman. I think he's really good too. I think he should be the next Batman. But
I would love Ackles as Ackles.
Yeah.
Jensen Ackles. Yeah. I would love Ackles as Batman. Mrs. Chillin would love Ackles as Batman.
With the Soldier Boy mentality.
Yes. Ooh. So
Yeah.
Frank Miller style Batman.
Yes, sir.
Like a much better job of The Dark Knight Rises. Although the fucking animated, have you seen the animated one?
It's where they look funny, right? Like they're block kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that movie a lot.
Yeah, that movie is I love that movie. Like DC almost should just go animation and just stop making live action, and like their animated catalog is phenomenal.
Apocalypse War, Flashpoint, all that stuff is amazing. Anything,
Yeah.
Flashpoints, I would put with superhero in general. I'd put up here. Definitely better than almost anything.
Yeah, like I actually didn't get around to watching that. What's up, Rob?
It's really good. I definitely recommend it.
But no, I like hadn't got around to watching, like getting into the DC animation till like more recently.
Yeah.
But so like literally after the Flash. And then I watched the animated Flashpoint and I went, okay, I knew they fucked that movie up, but I didn't know how much they fucked that movie. Dear God, they fucked that movie up.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I gotta say, I still liked it. I saw it a couple times.
The Flash?
Yeah, I really liked it. Okay, hear me out. I think Ezra Miller's good, but I don't think he's a good person. I'll just say that. I think he's a good Flash. I think he's corny. Yes, he doesn't look like the Flash, but I liked it. But he is not a good person.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I mean, I can go with that.
Yeah.
Like he's done some decent acting I've seen, but yeah, as a human being,
piece of shit.
Please just, go hide somewhere and stay there.
Yeah, don't come back.
Matt says DC's animated films have so much more heart and story than their live action, in my opinion. I am inclined to agree.
Facts.
Yeah.
Not even an opinion.
Yeah, it's objectively true. Like you can watch like 3 Justice League movies, like animated ones, and then watch outside of Man of Steel Snyder movies. And the difference in quality is
insane,
palpable.
Every character feels like they're important. My biggest gripe with the live action, at least, since we were talking about it earlier, the Snyder Cut.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like Cyborg had any reason to be there besides the fact that they put him in the film. I don't feel like Wonder Woman had any point to be there besides they put her in the film, and Aquaman. There was no purpose to them. They had like one scene each where like, Aquaman comes out of the water and then he stops the water in the sewer, and then that's it. Like they weren't done well enough for me to care about, for me to be like, oh, I love these characters. I didn't care. I only care about Superman and Batman.
That's fair. That's totally fair.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I'm just a stan.
Hey, I'll die hard on the Zack Snyder hill. I mean, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, of DC and Snyder.
yeah,
I just haven't had much DC to be. Well, I haven't had live action DC to be a stand about in a while. So,
yeah, I feel that.
Jorge says, even from the day of Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, the quality on comic related animation was raised overall.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very true. Justice League Unlimited was amazing. I really liked the original Superman show too. The like 1995 or whatever that was.
Yeah, the one that was like 2 or 3 seasons that was basically Superman, but it was the same animation style as Batman.
Yep.
Yeah.
The animated series. Yeah. The animated Batman series was amazing.
Yeah, I still haven't gotten all, like, I've probably maybe seen all the episodes at one point in time in my life or another, but I've never actually like so
I feel you on that. I had nightmares of Clayface when I was a kid. That used to scare the crap out of me. But I loved it. I mean, you watch it.
Yeah. What the fuck does Dr. Phil have to do with anything, Bun Sauce? Like, what?
Amateur stories.
Confusing. Okay. Matt says, I think DC tried to catch up in a race against the MCU that they had 0% chance of catching up in. Yep. They needed to make the individual hero films before jumping into Justice League.
Yes, very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
And honestly, they could have traded Cyborg for a Lantern, and that would have been pimp.
Or Martian Manhunter.
Yeah. Right. He could have been something more than just hanging out being a general and Clark's mom and shit.
Yep. Very much true.
Rob says they have mature stories that still worked for a kid-centric show. Yes.
Yep. Very much like X-Men animated series.
Yep. Same deal. Same exact deal.
And Spider-Man. Spider-Man worked well too.
And X-Men 97, still the most hater-proof show out there.
Oh, for sure.
Like hater-proof across the board.
Yeah. And I would say it's up there with like Invincible. To me, I liked Invincible a lot too.
I like Invincible a lot as well.
They're really good.
I do have to say season 2 was a little below season 1. There was a bit of a fall off there, but I don't think it's as extreme a fall off as others do. But I mean, I can admit that season 1 is still better, but that's like, you know. Yeah. But we're talking like 3-layer chocolate cake is better than 2-layer chocolate cake. Is kind of that, at least for me.
No, I get you completely. Because I mean, I go back and I think about it. Season 1 had some skippable episodes. Season 2 just was so short.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's the difference.
Well, that, and I had the privilege of watching it straight through. Like if you were on it, you got to watch 4 episodes and then wait however many weeks that was and then watch the next 4. Okay. After waiting for fucking like 2+ years between seasons 1 and 2, and then you only get half a season and then like weeks with nothing and then another half a season.
Like 3 months, yeah.
It's I wouldn't say that's a good business decision, and probably contributed to some of the lower reviews that I think season 2 deserved, because I got to watch it basically on a binge. So it was nowhere near as incomplete for me as it probably was for a lot of people.
Yeah. I feel that.
Bunsaw says Dr. Phil has everything to do with everything. Oh, sweet Jesus. All right. He also says X-Men 97 is way better than Invincible.
I could argue that, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, maybe not way better, but I would definitely say better. It's better. They should have consulted Dr. Phil before that decision. Sure. Hey, Murr. How you doing? Oh, man. Cool. So, what is your latest up-to-date info on what we could be seeing at Comic-Con in a couple weeks, or is that a week?
July 26th.
2 weeks from today.
3
weeks. 27th?
It's the same week of Deadpool.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
25th, because it starts on a Thursday. So Yeah, 25th to the 28th.
3 weeks we have.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what for sure that I know 100% positive. Usually I found out a couple more things later on down the line.
Yeah.
But from what I'm positive and I know is that Fantastic Four is going to take the stage. They're going to introduce the main cast. And then people were saying, oh, they're going to possibly introduce some other characters in the film, which I hinted at could be Doctor Doom. I know they're going to bring up Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Joseph Quinn, and Moss or I don't know
Eben
his
Boss
name.
Macrack.
There you
Eben
go.
Moss Backrack. Yeah.
That guy. And then I can't remember the girl's name, the one who plays the Silver Surfer. I'm so blanking with name.
Shit.
It's her and then the guy who plays Galactus. I've been so out to date the last couple weeks on anything, but
Yeah.
they were going to bring up a couple people. They were going to talk about that. From what I'm aware of, too, there was going to be a little bit of special sneak peek for Deadpool, which I'm assuming is probably going to be the Thursday thing because the same day it comes out. Who knows for sure? And then from else on that, it was Captain America: Brave New World was going to have a small teaser, and then there was going to be a teaser for Agatha, and then there was a teaser for zombies and possibly a What If season 3. But that's from what I know so far. D23 is going to be your big news for the year. This is just a smaller kind of thing right now, but it's still good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to Marvel Zombies.
Yeah.
Agatha makes me nervous simply because it was conceived and basically done during Phase 4, which was lackluster. To be somewhat polite. Rob says, so third time's a charm for Fantastic Four. Well, it depends on how you're counting. If you're counting by cast, we hope so. But technically, this is the fourth Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah.
Because there were 2 with the original cast and then whatever the fuck that was in 2015.
Yeah. I liked the first one. I liked the original.
Oh yeah.
I also liked the Silver Surfer, but I didn't like Galactus.
Well, I mean, I mean, I was nowhere near into this stuff then as I was now. But even I was like, why is Galactus a fucking cloud?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what the actual hell is this shit? Oh, Rob goes by casting. Okay, yeah. So hopefully third time's a charm.
I mean, it's still technically before there was an early Fantastic Four. So technically,
oh yeah, that's right. Was that a failed movie or a failed TV show?
I think it was. Let me see. I know it's in the 80s. I think it's in the 80s. Yeah, 80s. I'm sorry, 1994.
Oh wow.
It was a movie. It was the unreleased original Fantastic Four movie.
Oh, okay.
It got an IMDb rating of 3.8. So,
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I've seen little clips of it here and there. I'm not exactly surprised. Matt says, "Is it true that the early 2000s Fantastic Four was supposed to connect to the Tobey Spider-Man films?"
Yeah. There was a whole entire thing about it. If you watch the deleted scene or the original Avengers movie, there's something where he says like radioactive spider bites and mutants and so. And it was supposed to be like that whole original gang of Fantastic Four. What's his name's Hulk, Edward Norton's Hulk, Wolverine. Wolverine was actually supposed to appear in a post-credit scene for Spider-Man, but he couldn't find his outfit, was the whole rumor behind that. I actually did a lot of digging and stuff like that a long time ago, because once you like really start ramping on TikTok, you know, you reach out, you try to find all this new news you can talk about just to be different. Find a lot of stuff like that, a lot of deleted scenes for like Spider-Man 1 through 3, bunch of stuff. Like, yeah, there's a lot of people mentioned in different things. Thomas Jane's Punisher, his stunt double was in Spider-Man. Can't remember if it was 2 or 3 or 2, 1 or 2. Namor was supposed to be in Spider-Man 3. Or Spider-Man 2. I'm sorry, Spider-Man 2. He was supposed to be that homeless guy who found Spider-Man's suit originally.
Oh, okay.
It was a trash guy. Yeah, there's a lot of tie-ins to a lot of these different characters, which is what they were originally thinking before Disney bought everything.
Oh,
pretty cool to think.
So Fox had almost basically MCU plans.
There was plans.
Damn.
But
Yeah, it is what it be what it be. Of course, Feige was there.
Yeah, exactly.
Right there with that first X-Men movie in 2000. So
Yeah. I want to rewatch those. They were good though. I liked them.
Yeah, I like I mean, I understand why people aren't that high up on 3, but I like it.
So do I. I always will be that person. I don't know why. I don't choose to do it on purpose, but I'm always the person who likes the stuff that other people don't like. I really like Wolverine Origins because I like the timepiece where they're all running at the beginning. I love Victor in that movie versus the Sabretooth we got in the original X-Men. I love that movie.
I
Besides
love
Deadpool.
Origins.
Besides Deadpool.
Yeah,
Deadpool's not horrible, but it's just dumb.
Yeah,
like,
fuck that version of Deadpool.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I love Origins.
I think it's a great movie, and people are always like, "Oh, I hate it." It's like, but why do you hate it? Like, do you hate it because the internet hates it, or do you hate it because you actually don't like it? Like, I think Spider-Man 2 being the best the best superhero movie, I think is the complete most overrated thing I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, I wouldn't say it's the best superhero movie. For me, it's the best of that trilogy.
Makes sense.
Like on an overall superhero movie list, it's, I mean, top third, top easily, maybe top 20%, somewhere in that range. It's good, but it's not my favorite.
I was gonna say
overall comic book movie.
Probably top 10 for me. Top 10.
Like, I'd have to sit down and actually think about all the fucking superhero movies I've seen.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of superhero movies to go over in my time on this world.
Well, and I think it's hard to argue that Logan is hands down. I mean, Spider-Man 3 is my favorite superhero movie, but I think Logan is hands down the best superhero movie, in my opinion. I think Logan is just the culmination of 20 years, just the goodbye, and kind of accurate to the comics, kind of very not much so, but still great.
Yeah. It's that and Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier is good. I like Winter Soldier.
That's my favorite MCU movie.
Really?
Yes.
Mine is No Way Home.
I mean, I love me some No Way Home.
Yeah. No Way Home is the only film out of every Marvel movie, I don't know why, that'll get me every time in the feels. Every single time I can watch it every time I get hit in the feels with it when Aunt May dies. I don't know why.
Oh, yeah.
Destroys me.
Yeah. And, Marissa Tomei is hot. So,
yeah. Very true.
All right. Robs, we don't count that Fantastic Four movie from the 90s.
Okay, then 3.
Bunsauce says Galactus Cloud climate change. It's fucking Galactus Cloud. Also says they're fun. Days of Future Past is awesome. I do agree. Days of Future Past is really good.
That Wolverine costume is definitely underrated. It's the best suit he has, I think, in my opinion. The gray one.
Oh,
I love that suit.
I'm gonna have to rewatch those again.
They're good. I mean, I just watched First Class recently. Michael Fassbender is.
Oh, Fassbender's fucking
man.
amazing.
That's the man.
I'm a Fassbender stan. Like,
okay, I respect it.
Straight up, I love Fassbender.
He's good. Yeah.
Like, what I really want is I want him and McKellen not like filmed physically together in a scene. Not, we filmed Ian on Tuesday and then we filmed Michael on Saturday and we'll, post them in. Fuck that. I want them playing directly off each other.
Yeah. That'd be
badly.
Good.
I mean, Magneto's just one of my favorite characters anyway, and they both play him so well.
Complete like opposites. Yeah. I like them both.
Yes. Matt says, I actually love X3 and honestly think it's the most important entry in that film series.
Very true. Very true.
Brooke thought Origins was not bad. And First Class is probably his favorite film of the X-Men's.
That beach scene is, I love it when he grabs all the missiles and he like spins it around and throws it back. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, Fassbender kills his Magneto for sure.
He's dark, he's dark. I love it.
Very much angry Magneto. Jorge says Spider-Man 2 equals nostalgia. I guess that's why it rates so high.
That is very true.
Matt says I just unlocked Magneto in Fortnite.
He has a really cool glider. He like walks down the steps as the steps are shooting under his feet. I saw that.
No, on Fortnite?
It's pretty cool. I don't play Fortnite, but I saw that.
Neither do I. That is, I mean, I hear so many good things about when they bring in
certain things,
you know, Marvel stuff and Star Wars stuff. I hear is also pretty dope.
Yeah.
So what are we getting to D23 then?
I'll be honest with you, I don't know yet. I just know it's a lot of stuff. Yeah, I haven't reached out. There's a couple people that I usually reach out to and they give me information and whatnot. But for the most part, I'm kind of keeping myself just in the Deadpool range right now. Like I haven't really been talking about much other things besides I want to find out more about Venom before it comes out, obviously.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because I can't stand Tom Hardy's Venom, if I'm being honest with you. But I need to know how it ends because I just want to know what happens with Venom. That's
right. Yeah. Now, see, I'm not like woo Tom Hardy's Venom, but I like him.
Yeah.
Carnage was what it was. I enjoyed the first one. Like I genuinely enjoy the first Venom.
Okay.
And I am looking forward to number 3, but I mean, it's still Sony, so who the fuck knows?
But see, that's where like I'll stand on this hill and I'll be the bad guy right now. I liked Morbius, and I was tolerable of Madam Web because I think Thor: Love and Thunder is the biggest piece of dog shit on the planet. Oh,
I hate that movie.
That and Ragnarok. I hate Ragnarok. People will be like, "Oh, you." I think I pretty much don't like what everybody loves. I hate Endgame. I hate Ragnarok, and I hate Love and Thunder. I think Endgame is the absolute destruction of what we built up for Infinity War. And they said in 30 minutes, hey, I'm going to invent time travel. We're going to do all this. Thor Ragnarok took a good Hulk and made him a clown. And Love and Thunder made a good Thor from Infinity War and Endgame into a clown. Stupid movies that shouldn't have been made, in my opinion. They're garbage.
I'm with you on Love and Thunder.
Think about it this way.
I definitely prefer Infinity War to Endgame.
Yeah, it's not even a competition. Like,
yeah.
Think about it this way. How much better would it have been imagine if phase 3 ended with Infinity War, right?
Uh-huh.
And then you know how they did the TV shows and they did all that. So if you remember in most of the TV shows, they showed characters coming back from the blip. Mm-hmm. Hawkeye did it. Black Widow did it with Yelena. I believe WandaVision did it. I can't remember. They talked about it.
They did it with Monica.
Okay. Oh, you are right. Yeah, in the hospital. Mm-hmm. They had all those characters, right? So now imagine if the entire phase 4 was characters living their lives among the blip. Certain characters disappearing at the end of the show, certain characters doing this, showing how the world has gone into havoc in certain parts of the planets and doing stuff like that. And the end of phase 4, you do Endgame. And then you show, because then we're like sad for a while. There's no Spider-Man. There's no this character. There's no this character. These characters are mourning instead of the beginning of the film. They're sad. 10 minutes later, they go to Tony Stark. He's like, I'll never touch that because I can't bother ruining what I just built in these last 5 years. And then 10 minutes later, he's like, that's fine. Let's just make sure we don't ruin the last 5 years. And then he dies. like what? And then you want to bring him back? Like, I don't know. Stupid. Dumb.
I mean, there definitely could have been some better story decisions with Endgame. I will not disagree with that at all.
It's I felt like it was a waste of money for them, not me.
Right.
Yeah. I still watch it. I'll still watch it. I don't care.
Oh yeah. Rob says, I want to see a different Rogues Gallery brought to the screen in any X-Men remix. Well, I can agree that Toby Spider-Man 2 may not be the best. I'm lost on that one. Movie ever.
It's the same thing.
Okay.
So he mentioned 3 different things at one time. That's what happened.
Okay. Alfred Molina's Doc Ock is a top 5 villain.
No. He's crap in No Way Home. He is the gag. He is no. Sandman, Green Goblin, Wenwu from Shang-Chi. I'm trying to think who else down the line. There's so many bad. I like Hela. I think Hela was a very wasted villain. I think Hela had the best way to become a villain. She was painting Odin wrong. She was painting her family trash can. And Mysterio, I think, was good. I think Mysterio did good. He painted a picture. Any character that really makes you feel like that the hero's in trouble, paints the character different, and makes the villain have some emotion, I think is the best. I would argue Whiplash was okay. He wasn't great, but he was okay.
Yeah.
You know? So Doc Ock can be top 10. Top 10.
Matt says, excuse me, the first Toby Spider-Man film was my first date with my wife. I was like, whoa, this girl likes superhero movies? I'm gonna marry this girl. And then I did.
That's right. Perfect.
Nice. Oh, first Toby Spider-Man film was Brooks' first superhero film.
Not a better film to start on.
Says Gore had potential as a villain. The potential. That's literally all he had.
Yep. Trash canned.
Rob says, I saw Superman 2 as my first superhero movie.
I have never seen Superman 2. I have never seen Reeves. I've watched parts on YouTube and whatnot, but I think that was before my time.
A little bit. Like,
yeah,
first Superman movie came out, like, I think between A New Hope and Empire. Honestly, it's like right in there. 77, 78, 79, something like that is when the first one came out. Superman the movie.
So like 78 probably, because original was 77 for Star Wars.
Yep.
So, yeah, give or take. I mean, everybody praises him. Like I've said, I've never really gotten all into it. I really started off with, I think it was Ruth was my Superman.
Oh, Brandon Routh.
Yeah, with
Superman Returns.
That's the one where he blocks the bullet with his eyeball.
I think so.
Yeah,
I only watched Superman Returns once.
Okay, if I remember correctly, he blocks a bullet with his eyeball, and then like Lex Luthor stabs him with kryptonite and kicks him down a waterfall or something.
Ooh.
But I remember. Yeah, I saw it in the movie theaters when I was a kid.
All right. Bunsaw says, I've been thinking about moving somewhere I can wear a cowboy hat. Well, pretty much anywhere. Well, nowadays, they're everywhere. So
that is true.
Pick a destination and go. You can probably find people in a cowboy hat somewhere. Matt Cave says, Christopher Reeve films are my favorite. I highly recommend the Donner cut of Superman 2. I don't know that I've ever seen the Donner cut of 2.
So is Superman 2 the one with Zod? Is that
that
one?
That's when they get out of the Phantom Zone.
So hear me out. Is this not the film? Because everybody seems to be like, I remember when Man of Steel came out and everybody was like, oh my God, Superman kills, right? And you're like, okay, well, he wasn't killing to kill. He killed because he had to.
Yes.
Isn't that the same film? Correct me if I'm wrong, that he kills Zod, dances around, and then throws him or something? Is that not that film?
I haven't watched it in for damn ever, so I honestly couldn't tell you.
But I remember
I would have to look that shit up.
Yeah, because I remember somebody saying that Superman is like almost happy that he killed Zod in that film, which I don't think so. I think that's just the way people perceive things, but
Griff says, I saw first Bunsaw says, but what if I look dumb?
You probably will in a cowboy hat, to be honest with you.
I mean, it's possible. You may not, though.
Could, yeah.
You might end up looking like Kenny Chesney, and that's not a bad thing. Griff says, I saw Superman 2 and Poltergeist as a double feature when I was a kid. In the theater or at a drive-in. Had fun the first movie and sweating bullets during the second. Oh, Zod gets knocked down a hole in the Fortress of Solitude at the end of 2.
I'm kind of excited. We're going to be getting the Fortress of Solitude in James Gunn's Superman. I think that's kind of cool.
I'm very interested in Gunn's Superman movie. I'm just really hoping they clean up those unis in post. Cause the fuck.
See, I'm not too worried about the suits. I'm worried it's going to be Guardians of the Galaxy humor. And I like Guardians 1. Guardians 1 was the perfect match of humor and whatnot. The other two, I'm not a fan of. People can say, "Oh, Guardians 3 was the best." I still think it was terrible. I don't like 1 or 2 or 3. But the problem I have with Guns is you could argue like, okay, the old suits, whatnot. It reminds me kind of like old fashioned, kind of like how the Super Friends show came out. I know they didn't
Mhm.
look like that, but more of that esque kind of look. He looks like he's going for an older Superman, a golden age Superman, even though Kingdom Come outfit and
Mhm.
all that stuff. But I feel like it's gonna be way too many jokes, like saving a cat from a tree, yelling out a joke. We saw a picture recently with him with the squirrel.
Yeah.
People are like, "Oh, it's a Green Lantern." I'm like, I'm not a huge DC guy. I know a little bit. I get scoops and stuff from it. Like, I'm the one who put out the Ultraman thing,
Mhm.
but like besides that, like I don't know as much. Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman, and then I don't really know anything about the rest of them.
Right.
I'm very minimal,
Yeah.
but I like
Well,
it. I like Superman.
yeah. Yeah, but like I've watched I've watched all 4 of the Reeves movies. The first 2 a few times, but not in quite some time. But
Okay.
but yeah, I think I've seen all of the feature films at least once.
Okay.
Rob says Poltergeist in the drive-in would be epic. Yeah. Also says I care less about DC movies. Too many reboots. Well, if they put one out that's like fucking high quality, I'll be happy. I don't care how many tries it takes for them to get it fucking right. Just fucking get it right.
Yeah.
Bunsaw says there will just be a little montage of doing homely stuff like saving cats and grandmas. I could handle a montage. I said 4. Open your ear holes, Rob. Rewind it. You'll hear me say 4. I said
Quest for Peace.
4. Yeah, the quest for peace. That if you do want to go back and watch the Reeves movies, you're fine not watching that one. That even as a kid, I'm like, this movie is not that good.
Yeah, I grew up on Batman. It was Spider-Man and Batman. So
Right.
I started with it was Clooney first, right? And then Val Kilmer.
Nope. Keaton, Kilmer, Clooney.
Keaton Kilmer. Okay, so I started off on Kilmer because it
Mhm.
was the one with the Riddler and Two-Face, right?
Yep.
That was my first Batman movie.
Oh, not a
Yeah.
bad one.
Yeah. I
Not
don't
a bad one to start.
but
I
I also
enjoyed it.
don't think Clooney's terrible. I think it's just the timeline where it's supposed to be funny. It's like Toby's Spider-Man. It's supposed to be funny, but it just didn't hit.
Yeah. Well, I
Like
mean,
the ice skate thing.
like Clooney himself was fine. Like I hate the suit and just the movie in and of itself. While he was okay in it, the movie just sucked. I did not enjoy that. I did not enjoy that one very much. Matt says, I just found a copy of the Helen Slater Supergirl movie from '84 on Blu-ray. Wow. We actually watched that in school, like towards the end of the school year, just as a thing. It was pretty
Lucky.
cool. Yeah. Such a cheesy film, but I've always loved it. Can't wait to show it to my daughter. I think that's literally the only time I ever watched that was that one time in school. I should find that somewhere just to refamiliarize myself with it, even if it is cheesy.
Yeah, with
Excuse
Supergirl
me.
coming out soon.
Like I like Millie Alcock. I think she's going to do a good job.
She's Game of Thrones, right?
Hot D, House of the Dragon.
Oh, okay. House of the Dragon.
She's young Rhaenyra in season 1 and just had a cameo this last episode.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I thought she did really good work in House of the Dragon. So, I think she's probably going to make a pretty dope Supergirl if they give her a good enough script.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really do any worse than Sasha Kaye. So,
She wasn't bad.
I mean, I don't know. She's not. I don't know.
I mean, she wasn't epic, but I don't think she did a
Yeah,
bad job.
she felt like Kristen Stewart to me. Twilight Bella.
Yeah, no, I'm just
She very much felt like that. Like,
yeah, like permanently tortured and
yeah. Well, like if you remember when like there's the scene. Have you seen all of those movies? I saw them as a kid.
What the Twilights? Yeah, I've seen them
Yeah.
all.
So when she wakes up or she like comes back to life and she's like you imprinted on my daughter, and she like
yeah.
throws Jacob. That reminds me of when Sasha Kaye as Supergirl, she's like, what did you do to Zod? And I'm like, bro, what is this corny line? Like, I was like, bro, what are we doing here?
Right.
That to me was very much the same.
Nice. I can see that. Chris says Superman 4 was bad. Yes, it was. Like the villain. Oh my God.
Who was the villain in that movie?
I think he was just called Nuclear Man.
Oh,
like,
jeez.
And he had like nails, and he scratched Superman with them, and they actually got under his skin and made him sick for a while. It was whack.
Oh gosh.
Bunsaw says, "Ugh, we watched Pay It Forward like 1,000,000 times in my high school, and Rudy." Rudy. Sasha's performance was one of the floating turds in the Flash Bowl, says Rob. That movie could have killed all superhero movies. Rob's metaphors are amazing.
I like the Flash movie, but it wasn't very good. It wasn't very well done.
Yeah. Matt says, gotta head out, catch the rest on replay. Good to see everyone's great nerdy conversations, guys. Well, thanks for popping in for a bit, man. I really appreciate that. And we'll see you around. We will see you around. Do you have anything on Superman, or is it all just pretty much all the set photos giving us all our info?
I mean, originally I put out the whole
Ultraman.
Ultraman and how, you know, David Cornsweet's playing both of them. And then at the end, there's a post-credit scene that we're supposed to get Supergirl. What's her name just appeared in Cleveland and was going to shoot a scene or whatnot.
Oh, okay.
And then towards the end of the film, the engineer was apparently supposed to be part of the the fuck's that team called? Some team.
God damn it. You had to ask.
I literally had it in my head and I just like boop.
Chat. The Authority.
There you go.
The Authority.
There,
yes.
Yeah. That's what it was. Because that was supposed to be like the post credits. And then there's like rumors that apparently Wonder Woman is supposed to show up in Creature Commandos. But I'm like, why would that be animated first? But
who the hell knows?
you know, yeah, there's just a lot of going around on everything, you know. So we don't really know. Like, it's kind of a fest.
Gunn is a pretty good movie maker.
Mm-hmm.
He is a garbage executive.
He just needs to stop talking. Like,
that would be a big step in the right direction for sure.
Like, I don't hate Gunn. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate him, but he's just like, yeah, he's just cocky. Like, so I had a buddy who used to be on Twitter, and his name was Moth Culture.
Okay.
And people were like, oh, he doesn't know anything. And all the time, I'm not kidding you, all the time, he would have stuff that came up before. We had the Illuminati pictures 6 months before it was announced. There's tons of stuff like that. Like, we could get not me, him, but he'd get random stuff sent out, and he'd post it with like blocks over it. And I'd be like, and it literally as it is. We were talking to a bunch of people on Reddit, and he said, during the Christmas special for Guardians of the Galaxy, Star-Lord is going to have a new album of songs, and it's going to be from Earth. He's going to go back to Earth. And James Gunn said he's never going to go back to Earth. He goes back to Earth for Kevin Bacon, or they do.
Yep.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3, he said Rocket was going to get sick, and Star-Lord was going to end up leaving at the end. James Gunn said, bullshit, not happening. Like,
voila.
So it's like, why talk? Because we know you're lying.
Exactly.
How with Ultraman, they said, blah, blah. He said, I told you guys, Lex Luthor is the main villain. When I put out the tweet, Ultraman was never the main villain. Ultraman was just this little side, big reveal at the end that you're going to see when he pulls the mask off. Oh my God, it's David Cornsweet, Superman. You know, like nothing different than what it was supposed to be.
Vibe and Library, welcome in. Appreciate you coming by. Says Flash movie not having Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Batman was such a fumble.
Well, hey, they didn't let Zack Snyder do it, so there's the problem. He wanted to have that as his reboot. He wanted to do all his films, and that was going to be the final reboot of everything. But they said, "Hey, let's have the guy or Machete do it." So, what's up, Special?
How you doing? I love me some Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
He's good.
I don't know about him as Batman. Like I can't less Batman, and I really can't see him as Bruce Wayne. Like
Well, he'd be Thomas, but I mean, think
or
about.
oh yeah, that's right, Thomas Wayne.
I was gonna say just put Negan in a Batman suit.
Okay, as Thomas Wayne and Flashpoint, yeah, that works.
Yeah.
That works. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, just put Negan there. That's what I always think of. Like he plays himself. It's in everything. He's the same way. Like
Yeah.
Jeffrey D. Morgan plays Jeffrey D. Morgan. Like, have you been watching The Boys?
Oh yeah, I love The Boys.
So I mean, the most recent episode when he was talking to Butcher's
Mhm.
wife, and he said, "Shut your mouth" or whatever.
And he said, "Shut your fucking cornhole," is what he said.
Yeah, it felt exactly like Negan.
Mhm.
Like when he said, you know, when someone hit him and he's like, "Hell no," or whatever he said, and he bashed his brains in.
Yep. Yeah, no, he is. Yeah. I even even when he came back at the end of Supernatural to be their dad again,
Yeah,
he was still Negan because he'd already been Negan on The Walking Dead for a couple seasons before they got to that episode in Supernatural.
yeah.
You're not listening. Okay. My wife's watching Supernatural right now. So okay. I assume Midnighter and Apollo are also in the Authority Vibin library.
Mm-hmm. Midnighter is the one that people were saying was possibly going to be the Ultraman suit character.
Oh, yeah.
They also said it was going to be Ulysses, which is like, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure because I remember looking at it. He was from Earth, and he got sent away to another planet, and he comes back to Earth to conquer it. So he's opposite Superman.
Right.
And he wears the Superman suit sometimes. I've seen the pictures of the comic panels, and he like beats up Superman, like beats him up bad.
Wow.
So that's from what I know.
Okay. I just think it's funny that the first time we see Ultraman, he looks like Black Noir.
Right? They're gonna do the comic book Homelander reveal.
Right. Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
Pretty much. Rob says, Chad, when the Mega Million movie is the worst incarnation of the Flashpoint paradox, they needed to just stop.
I don't think it was terrible. I don't know. I cut out that stupid scene where they're like trying to sneak into that building. That scene is horrible. When he like loses his powers and he's like doing that run and he like hits the wall. I'm like, bro, none of that was needed. That was stupid. You don't need that.
Baby in a microwave.
Yeah. I remember that was like, the meme of the Central.
That whole scene, like the CG in that scene, like I'm in the theater and I literally was like, did they hire the same people that did The Rock at the end of fucking Mummy Returns for this scene? I literally thought those babies looked that fucking bad.
Like the Scorpion King one?
Yes. Like I was like, how are we back to 2002 fucking CG right now?
Yeah, I don't know what they were doing. Honestly, like it once again, fun movie to me, but like I don't know what it looked like it was filmed by 6 different people throughout the film.
Yeah.
Especially that bowl scene was terrible. That scene to me looked terrible.
Yeah. And the fucking multiverse peak at the end. That was bad.
Hey, you gotta be real though. The Nicolas Cage part was awesome. That to me, like that was awesome.
I never wanted to see Nick Cage as Superman.
Dude, it was so cool. And he had the mullet. Like I love the long hair.
Yeah. But like in general, like when he was first talking about it, I'm like, I'm good if this never comes to fruition.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've just never seen him as Superman. Special Unknown, welcome in. Says, what up, Chad?
What's up, dude? Oh, it's my boy Casey.
Yeah.
What
up, Lou? How you doing?
Dude, that X-Men scene was crazy.
X-Men did the Speed Force effects better than the company that invented the Speed Force.
When
are you talking about
the Nightcrawler scene?
Either that or actually I think he's talking about Quicksilver.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Because I was gonna say that scene where Wolverine like attached into one of the people and then Nightcrawler did the teleport and it did that weird first person zoom or the third person zoom was super cool.
Yeah. That was pretty sweet.
That was awesome.
But yeah, I think he's talking about Ralph Boner.
Oh, yeah. I could see that, yeah.
Yeah.
That was bad.
I mean, that was a dope ass scene though, when he was just like tapping bullets and shit out of the way.
Yeah.
That was pretty sick.
Yeah. And the dog with the pizza.
Yep. Oh, when he got everyone out of the fucking mansion too. That was a damn fine sequence.
Yeah.
Have you heard anything about season 2 of 97?
It's supposed to come out middle of next year.
Ooh.
I have not reached out to Bo. I talk to Bo every so often.
Okay.
But yeah, from what I'm aware of, he didn't have much on the next season, so I'm kind of nervous to see what they're gonna do.
I thought he already had it written. Like before
yeah, but
whatever happened.
The problem is they did a lot of changing though, and they'd used a lot of different people on the next season because his whole thing was he brought in people and he said, "Hey, if you want to work on this, you want to do this, I need you to have been a fan of the old show. I need you to tell me some things."
Yes,
and that was
that's
one
how
of his
you're
big
supposed to do it. That's how it should all be done. Not just people that know the shit and love the shit, but skilled writers that know the shit and love the shit. Like that should be how all of it gets done.
Yeah, problem is
Otherwise you end up with The Witcher.
Well, and they also confirmed season 3. So
yeah, that's the one I'm more concerned about because that's going to have zero DeMeo in it. Unless they'll back up a big enough Brinks truck for him to be an uncredited writer.
Maybe pay him under the table or something. Did you know that he was on Blade?
Yes, I heard that.
Yeah, he was the original Blade writer.
Yep. Yeah, they're now on their what number writer?
5th or 6th.
5th or 6th, yeah.
But you know what's crazy? People say, "Oh, well, Blade's daughter was the main character." Okay, listening to the fact that Bo DeMeo was on that, right? Even if it's his daughter, I think it would have been good. Because hear me out. I didn't really know who Blade's daughter was too much of whatever. I never really was super into Blade. Like I never really followed Blade. But I started reading Blood Hunt, which is a whole vampire series and whatnot. And his daughter is very heavily in this series with Dracula.
Okay.
And it's really written well. And he could have probably written an amazing script. And that's what what's his name is writing with Michael B. Jordan and is it Peele?
Yeah.
Peele, right?
Coogler.
Ryan Coogler. That's what they're pretty much taking the script from
with the Michael B. Jordan vampire movie. Yeah.
Yep, with the Marvel name on it. So it could be really good.
Yeah. I'm just hoping whatever they end up with is good. Have you heard anything about who the next director could be?
For Blade? No.
Yeah.
I know that a lot of the writing is being done by the guy who wrote Logan.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So that could be good. I don't know who honestly, Blade is such a mess. I wouldn't be surprised if they announced the new director at San Diego Comic-Con. Honestly. Or like maybe some like behind the scenes shots, but I don't know. From the start, I've been saying, what if it's Ali's fault? What if he's the problem? And people say, no, why would he be the problem?
He could be divaing behind the scenes for sure.
Yeah, because you can be as invested as you want, but if you're the problem, you're the problem.
Yeah. I mean, he could definitely be a contributor because he's wanted control of writer and director and all that shite, or at least heavily consulted.
Yeah.
So he could definitely be part of the problem.
Well, and I guess he won his Oscar, and right when he won his Oscar, he reached out to Feige, and that's when he said, "Hey, man, I want to be Blade. I want to do this, and let's make this happen." And 4 writers, 2 directors, 4 screenwriters, some cast members. What do you want? Like, what else are we supposed to do at this point? Where if you're in the wrong,
yeah, it's like, dude, just your Blade. Get in your leather coat, grab your silver katana, and go slice some motherfucking vampires up with some kind of goal. That's all we need. We need a goal and a shit ton of vampires between you and that goal for you to kill.
It's getting to the point where it's like, just cancel it because we're getting to Secret Wars. Like, what's the point?
Yeah. I mean, at this point, like, I would be willing to bet like mob money, from a loan shark, that's going to 26 and Fantastic Four is getting pushed to November.
Definitely could. Because Cap is February.
Mm-hmm.
Thunderbolts is 6 months after Captain America.
So that is August.
Yeah, something around there. And then it was supposed to be Fantastic Four and then Blade, but if I remember correctly, Blade got pushed to the next year.
I'm pretty
Blade is
sure. Well,
2026.
I don't know if they've officially announced that it's getting pushed yet, but there's no way it's not fucking getting pushed.
Well,
There's
especially with them
just no
saying,
way.
well, especially with them saying the 3 movies, the 2 shows.
Mhm.
Like you're kind of breaking your own code if you change
Yeah.
anything different.
For sure. Rob says Marvel movies just do the powers better. I mean, at least to this point.
Yeah, I mean, but Marvel movies also really fuck up costumes and really kill off everybody. That's the problem. Like, I feel like if you want to build a universe, you can't kill somebody off in every single movie. But at the same time, if you're building up to a bigger event, you need to put some level of threat. Have villains kill people for once.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to see, like, well, more than an invading alien army kill people.
Yeah.
Or the Hulk.
Yeah.
But just while we've mentioned him real quick, when the fuck are we getting Savage Hulk back, bro? Like, goddamn, it's been 5 years since we've had a Savage Hulk, and fucking Morph turning into him for like 10 seconds in one episode of X-Men 97 does not count.
You're going to get him for like 10 seconds in Deadpool.
Yeah, no, I mean like a return, not like, oh, and this is how it happened and then cut away, like as they charge.
Yeah.
Like, no, I mean like a return of Savage Hulk.
Well, from what I'm aware of, and my buddy told me, so I don't know how much they're changing this or what they're doing. So originally Brave New World, I know it went through some reshoots. I really don't think that they changed a lot of the story. I feel like they're lying. I feel like a lot of it was the beginning, which was the beginning fight and the end fight. The end fight was Sam Wilson against President Ross in the White House.
Mm-hmm.
The beginning fight was President Ross beating the shit out of Sam and his group of people and killing some people. The leaders brought in, obviously, and the original thing going around of it was that the leader was building a serum, that he was mixing soldiers with Hulk serum, so he'd have half Hulk serum soldiers, like they would be like, bigger soldiers in a sense.
Okay.
And that was going to build off into a somewhat like Gamma War or Hulk World or whatever you want to call it. It wasn't World War Hulk, but like World of the Hulks or whatever you'd like to call it. And that was going to carry on over, and that was going to have another film like that. Mm-hmm. So from what I'm aware of, more like that, because apparently too we're supposed to have the Hulk in Brave New World. Originally the Hulk was not mentioned. They did more Isaiah Bradley, and they brought in another character from the Young Avengers, but with the canceling or whatever they're saying now, the Young Avengers, I think they took out the character due to the fact that this person beat somebody up at Disneyland. So yeah.
Actors.
Yeah, the guy who played Isaiah Bradley's grandson.
Oh, no shit.
He was supposed to be Patriot, and they were supposed to kill off Bradley in this film, but then he got into that fight in, I believe it was Disney World, and he beat up some guy because the guy made a comment, and his whole family, there's actually a YouTube video where you can see it, where he jumps over a rail and is chasing this guy, and it was a big old scramble, and apparently he got fired.
Wow. That's nuts.
So.
All right, Bun Sauce 9090. Sleep. I'm assuming that was supposed to be sleep time.
Oh, yeah. Sleep Tims.
Yeah. Cinema fans, welcome in. Geeky here.
Boy.
Oh, wait. This is Peak.
Yeah,
nice.
My boy.
Prez. What's happening, man? How you doing?
Yeah, there's a lot, man, behind the scenes. I like to listen to all that kind of stuff because with everybody reports the same news. So to me, I think it's cool to do something different. Like if everybody reports that, Tom Holland, so-and-so, I want to report why Tom Holland did this or, stuff like that. Cause it gets boring. Like you can be how you want, how you follow people, how you watch different characters. My thing that I've always pitched to my group, I have like a group that I talk to with the podcasts and whatnot. And my thing is, if you did a video on Spider-Man and it was the news and you got it out before me, I'm not going to do the same video because to me, it's just repetitive. And people obviously watch more than one YouTube channel. I personally wouldn't want to watch the same news twice. And that's just me. People say, well, what about it? Because it's the person you're watching for. I don't care if it is the person. I ain't watching the same video twice. Like, I
Yeah.
ain't gonna watch a video about you talk about him, talk about they talk about I talk about. No,
Yeah.
no.
Now, see, I don't mind that, at least to a certain point. Like, I like getting different takes on what is basically the same story.
Yeah.
Well, A, because it's fun, and B, it kind of helps me crystallize my thoughts to hear like a little bit from, this angle and a little bit from this angle.
Yeah.
And then it helps me like bring together kind of what I've been thinking based off what they're saying. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah.
So, like, I will watch, on the same subject, I'll watch Josh do a video. I'll watch Paul. I'll watch Roca. It's just you get different perspectives from different people. So, I mean, but yeah, there's definitely a limit. Like,
No, I feel
I'm
that.
not gonna watch the same subject on like 5, 6 different channels, but 2 or 3 just to get. Hold on, hamstring cramp. God damn it! Ow. Aging sucks ass.
Well, I know.
Ugh.
Bad
All right.
wrists.
All right. Where was
No,
I?
but I feel you. Like, the
Yeah.
only time I'll watch multiple channels for me personally
Mhm.
is like reviews, TV show reviews,
Yeah.
stuff like that, because then I get a perspective of who likes and then who I can also bring up on. So like for me, like when I watch Acolyte, I'll watch I'll watch Josh because like I physically know Josh, like we talk all the time. I'll
Mhm.
watch New Rock Stars, which is EA Voss.
Yeah.
I'll watch Star Wars Theory because I feel like I like him, but recently he's very biased, which to me it still gives me a good talking point of being like, no, you're wrong, and I can look up different points. And I also watch a person called Snarky J.
Mhm.
My buddy is friends with her, and she does videos and stuff, but she's very like negative in a sense. She gets a lot of views, but she's very negative. So what I do is I always take into mind everybody's thoughts, and I put up my own, and I kind of call out each person. That's kind of where I do it. But
Okay.
if it's like news, yeah, I don't. News, I watch one.
Okay. Cool. Drink more water, Griff says. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
Cramps be real.
Yeah. For sure. All right. So did this, you just kind of threw that out in the middle of when you were talking about Cap 4, but did you say something about Young Avengers no longer being a thing?
Me?
Yeah, you.
So that's
Were
the
you
rumor.
hoping I missed it?
No, that's
Okay.
the parent rumor right now. So the thing is, there's certain people I go back with over the scoops and whatnot. Some of them are on there a lot. Like there's Alex from Cosmic Circus.
Mm-hmm. I
There's
like Alex.
Yeah, he's really cool. He's like one of my good ones that I talk to. Not just about stuff like that, but just in general. Like
Right.
like we'll go back and forth, and me, him, Cryptic. There's a good amount of people. I'm in a group of 31 people, I think it is in there. But
Okay.
yeah, we kind of just go back and forth. And one of the things that someone was talking about was that the Young Avengers could possibly be canceled.
Mm.
Now, whether it's because they're doing something else where people keep hinting there is a Wanda film on the way. Now, the thing for me is we don't need a Wanda film. I like Wanda. I love Elizabeth Olsen. I think she's a great character, but we don't need a Wanda film. Why don't we need a Wanda film? Well, because Wanda is a certain character that has been being tied into everything else constantly and doesn't need her own film. She's been like Age of Ultron. She was slipped in there. She was slipped into WandaVision. Her thing is tying into Agatha, which is tying into Vision Quest, which is tying into Crusade or whatever they're going to do. And to me, Multiverse of Madness, she's been built around everything else. So you don't really need to give her own film. Kind of like how I think it's stupid that we're going to give War Machine a film because Rhodey's been built around Secret Invasion and built around Iron Man 2 and built around Civil War. And
Right.
there's certain characters. So if you do a film for Young Avengers, make it Children's Crusade, have Doctor Doom be brought in, have Wanda be brought in, have Billy and some other characters come to find Wanda and have her build up that like that.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily need to do their own show or their own movie. Like to me, that's what
like the way I see it, like the Young Avengers can be introduced. Well, number one, they're a supporting cast. Like they haven't even had their own title in Marvel in like almost a decade and a half. I mean, they're still popular, but they're popular in other people's books.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why should that be any different in the movies? Bring in the young Avengers, like, keep playing. I love Kamala Khan. She's such a fun little character. Well, more so Vellani than the character itself, I should say, but I love Iman Vellani. She's great. And she does well with what she's given for that character.
Yeah.
I like Haley Steinfeld. But in terms of, that group being able to carry their own story for a movie and have people love it, no. They're supporting characters. Bring them in bigger name movies the way you used to bring in supporting characters in phases 1 through 3. Like that was one of the biggest mistakes of phase 4. They got that false positive from Guardians and thought they could just sling anybody at us for whatever fucking reason. And no, you cannot.
And I don't know what they were thinking when they said, hey, let's do a Black Widow film over doing a Hawkeye film. Just saying, even just a little bit of the Hawkeye show where he said, like, she was trying to get out. She was trying to run away when he was going to kill her.
Mm-hmm.
That right there was enough that you could have made a Hawkeye Black Widow movie. You didn't just have to have a Black Widow movie. Because
Right.
no one cares about a Black Widow movie.
Well, it also didn't help that it came out like 4 years too late.
When she's dead.
Yes. that one should have come out. It would have been 5 years too late. That should have come out between Civil War and whatever the hell they had after.
Right
Civil
before
War.
Civil War. Because it leads into Civil War. So, wait, no, you're right. You're right. Because when she takes the jet at the end, it's Civil War.
Yeah.
Or it's after Civil War. But yeah.
Yeah.
Civil War into Thor Ragnarok.
Okay, yeah. It should have come out between those two. So
yeah. Yeah.
Cinema Fan says I watched Kristen Harloff. Harloff's fun. New rock stars and geeky nowadays.
Which one is Kristen Harloff?
Christian Harloff.
Oh, Christian. Oh, I read that as Kristen.
Well, he typed it as Kristen, or they typed it as Kristen, but it's Christian.
I don't know who that is.
Brooke sometimes watches the rock stars, and heavy spoilers. I love Paul.
Paul's awesome. Yeah. New rock stars, I tend to watch, but I kind of am over them at this point now.
I've never watched them.
Really?
Yeah.
I like EA Voss, but I have a thing with this. Like, if I'm watching a certain person do my videos, don't switch characters, don't switch people. Like, I don't care, because then it just gets me out of my groove. Like, I love EA Voss, but then when you bring on like 2 other people, I can't stand it. Like, okay, so he's on heavy spoilers now.
MT.
Yeah, I'm not a fan at all. He bugs me. He was on New Rock Stars and then they fired him.
Yep.
He just bugs me. I can't stand. Hey there, my nerd babies. I'm like, bro, stop. You just kill the mood for me before I even watch the episode. Talks to you like your baby. That's what bugs me.
See, I kind of like MT. I like MT. I like the way he thinks.
Okay.
I should say. I like the way he thinks. His videos are all right, but like some of the shit he puts out on Twitter, because I follow him.
Yeah.
Like some of the stuff he comes up with is just like, God damn. I'm a very much straight line thinker, like point A to point B, almost to the point of having tunnel vision sometimes.
Yeah.
But in order to come up with some of the shit I've seen him come up with, he has got like massive lateral sidereal thinking going on, and I'm kind of jealous of it.
I feel that.
You know what I mean? He said typo. Can't forget Papa Josh. Well, of course not. That's true. That's where we all met, basically, is over there in the tower.
Yep.
Cinema says also sometimes Campia, but his takes are wild.
Oh, Campia.
I've never been a fan of Campia.
Okay, so I'm gonna be real here. I don't like Campia. I don't like Snyder. They both bug the shit out of me. I don't know what it is, but they're like John Campia and Jeff Snyder both talk as if they're the only ones who know anything. And they're both known for blurting stuff and then trying to backtrack it for me.
Yeah, I like Snyder. I can't stand Campia. Now,
Campia is annoying.
Now, I will admit occasionally Snyder gets a little over the top for me, but for the most part, I can handle him all right. Look, like the hot mic. I watch that most weeks
Okay.
on the
Yeah,
replay, but yeah,
it's funny. I'm actually in a group my group that I'm in, they all watch it all and they'll
Mhm.
tell me the stuff because I'm like, bro, I don't got time for some of them. They're so long.
Yeah.
And my thing, yeah, John Campia, that video where
The
he was
toe.
like, his wiener doesn't look like that, or his balls don't look like that. I'm like, oh my God. I remember when that came out. I remember exactly what I was doing when that picture came out.
Oh, yeah. I missed the origination of that, but yeah, I've become very familiar.
I was driving and I got a notification and I was just getting to where I was at. So I was like, I pulled in and then I parked and I was like, is this No Way Home? And I posted that picture on Twitter, or I'm sorry, on TikTok, and I made a quick little video and it got 225K in like 10 minutes. Like it was
Damn.
insane. And then somebody was like, oh, it's fake, it's fake, it's fake. And I can't remember what happened at the very end of it. I had something on it and it got removed. I think it had a sound on it or something on TikTok. And
Oh, okay.
I got removed after like an hour.
Well, that's lame.
Yeah.
Have you heard anything about the Fantastic Four that is not old?
They still haven't addressed Terax.
Okay.
I originally said that Terax was going to be in the film. From what I'm aware of, I still have not heard that he's not. I also did say, I still have the tweet on it too because I'm super pissed about it with my time.
Uh-huh.
I'm the one who said it was Franklin Richards and Valeria. I
Oh,
put that
yeah.
out 3 months before she did, and people are like, "Oh, well, now Franklin's in." I'm like, okay, and then Valeria was actually having a casting call. Both of them had two, and the girl who's playing Supergirl was one of the original Valeria casting. Well, was one of the people who was trying out for the original castings.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh, that's really cool. And that's really all I have for right now. Yeah, the Terax thing. And then, yeah, obviously the 1960 thing that most of us already knew. But
Yeah.
for the most part, like most films aren't being talked about as much right now. I don't know if it's because Toast is gone. I don't know if it's because, what's going on, but I feel like most people are focusing on Deadpool right now.
Mhm.
Besides Deadpool, Superman is the big thing. I mean, let's be real. Superman is riding on if DC isn't even a thing anymore. I think this is where it's going to be. It has to make 800,000 dollars because what I'm aware is the full budget is 400 million. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Because the original, I remember they were talking about it. The original budget was 300 million, but then you got to put into advertising, you got to put into all this stuff.
Mhm.
James Gunn more than likely is going to do a lot of visuals with CGI. I'm not saying too much because it seems like a lot of it's practical, but we're going to have to touch up the suits, the flying,
Oh,
the
yeah.
cables, the Green Lanterns.
Mhm.
Hawk Girl, her wings are completely CGI'd. There's a lot of things that they gotta change, they gotta do, they gotta fix.
Right. Yeah, that's gonna. Well, if it's 400 million including marketing, yeah, they're definitely still going to need at least 8.
Like 8, 9.
Yeah.
I think
Yeesh.
see, but I'm nervous because I don't think it's gonna go. I'm willing to bet it would not hit $1 billion. Just because of the simple fact that what Superman movie is that popular? Superman's not as popular as people push him to be. At least to me. Like, he's a popular character, let's be real now. He's made a ton of money, but he also made a ton of his money years ago. He's not Spider-Man level of popularity.
No.
That's
nobody is Spider-Man level of popularity.
Yeah.
He's been the most, like, at least in terms of like merch and all that kind of shit, he's still the most popular superhero on the globe. Like, he
Yeah.
sells the most.
I got into an argument a couple weeks ago with that same guy, and he was like, Superman is worth $6 billion. That's Superman's value. And I was like, okay, well, do you know that? Oh, it was a comparison between Dragon Ball Z and Superman. And I said, are you aware that Dragon Ball Z is worth more than Superman? And he said, no, you're lying. And I said, oh, am I? And I posted the facts. Dragon Ball Z is worth $9 billion. Spider-Man is worth, I think it's 12 or 14.
Yeah.
And Batman is 11.
Mhm.
I'm like, how do you feel that Superman? I don't think Superman should be up there at all anymore on the top 3. He's a great character. I like him. But when it comes down to it, he's very boring. He's very, like, he's like redone a lot. It's the same thing over and over and over, and he's just a dull character. I mean, I don't know. Don't see him being up there for very much longer.
Yeah.
I definitely
Well,
think
it's almost like the mentality of comic book fans has. I mean, like other than nostalgia value, it's like the mentality of comic book fans has kind of moved beyond the eternal Boy Scout.
very true.
You know,
Yep.
so I mean, and I know James is leaning into that herd, I should say, probably via something you tweeted. But I guess he's leaning into the Boy Scout thing. Were you the one that put out that potential plot? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So
Yeah.
yeah, obviously he's going to be leaning into the Boy Scout thing hard. So it'll be interesting. But yeah, the gun humor is definitely has been one of my main concerns for that. It's like, please don't do it, James.
Well, I think the issue is going to be that, comic book fans want this Superman. They want the super nice Superman. They want the good guy. The problem is 5% of the audience that's going to go see the film are comic book fans.
Right.
You got to remember there's the 95% that are kids, that are adults, that are older parents, that are the random person who plays video game, and it's like, "Oh, that Superman's lame." Like, you have all those powers and you're picking up cats and squirrels, and that's lame to me. Like, I want to see him kill somebody. I mean, I get it. Like, oh, he's a good guy. Yeah, but use your powers, dude. You know what I mean? Like, even Spider-Man is like, Spider-Man is cool. Peter Parker is cool. But to me, Peter Parker is the most boring of the Spider-Man. I like Superior Spider-Man, where Doc Ock gets into his body and kills.
Oh,
and
yeah, I've heard about
He's
that.
awesome. Yeah. And then you have Miles now, who's constructing weapons out of like his electricity, using swords and stuff. And he has different abilities now. You have people like Ben Reilly, who's I can't remember what his character, Chasm.
I thought Ben
And
Reilly was Scarlet Spider.
no. So he went up now. He's
Oh,
Chasm, which he's
okay.
green and purple, and he's more.
Ooh.
He looks kind of like what's his name from? Is it Rorschach?
Oh yeah,
That face.
Yeah, okay.
It's like the
From
white face.
Watchmen.
There you go.
Yeah, Rorschach. Yep. That's
Yeah,
right.
and then you have Kane, which is, I would say, was I can't remember. Is he the first Scarlet Spider? He's the red and black.
Yeah.
But he's around, and there's so many other great characters. There's Spider Boy, who's in this now. There's so many characters who like just are better than Peter Parker, because Peter Parker is so much like the same story. But then also the writer is going out now as of next month, I believe, which is going to be great, because then they can go back to good Peter Parker, where he puts on a symbiote suit, where he fights other people, where he doesn't just have the same stupid story over and over again. So that's for me, though. I'm just different.
I mean, I love Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But I would be interested to see like some of those other versions tackled in the live, like on the big screen, not animated. Although I love the fucking Spider-Verse movies. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Those are sick. Lord and Miller are killing it with that. Other than slacking on getting Beyond out, but that's a whole nother subject.
Well, they're doing Nicolas Cage, who will be Amazon,
oh yeah,
which is cool. Spider-Man Noir. But now it's not Spider-Man Noir, it's Noir, and it's not Peter Parker. It's a different person. It's a if I remember correctly, it's a veteran, and he's kind of like all messed up. They had the chance for Silk. Silk could have been amazing. Cindy Moon is a great character. You could have done multiple. I mean, dude, we could have a whole clone saga. You could have said, okay, well, Spider-Man in the MCU is Peter Parker. Okay, do Tom Holland in the Sony universe too, but make him Ben Reilly.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, if the worst you have to do is dye his hair blonde, but you don't have to dye his hair blonde.
Right.
It could just be another character.
Yeah, I would love to see live screen adaptations of, all those spider people you were talking about.
Yeah, there's a ton.
Yeah. All right. Got to catch up on chat. Lou says, bro, my 5-year-old daughter loves Spider-Man. Well, I mean, who doesn't? And in general, who doesn't love Spider-Man in some form or another?
He's easy to pick up. You can pick him up like nothing.
Exactly. Cinema Fan says it's Spider-Man and Batman. I mean,
That is
yeah,
true.
I love Batman. My son-in-law does not like Batman, but other than that, he's a good son-in-law.
Besides that,
Cinema Fan says subscribing. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. And God, I haven't done this in forever at all. So, by the way, if anyone would like to join Cinema Fans and subscribing, that'd be awesome. And make sure you hit the notification bell. And if you haven't, please hit the like. Likes are good. YouTube likes when people get likes, and I need YouTube to like me. So,
very true.
but YouTube won't like me unless you guys like me first. So, pretty please hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. And that goes for you if you're watching on the replay too. And I also hope you're having a good time. All right, back to chat. Rob says Superman is overrated. The only place to take the character was to a darker place where Snyder was going. Without that, we have the God from Kansas. I mean, that is very fair. Lou says, I feel that Superman can only do so much character-wise, and that's all that has been used up before. Smallville, old movies, etc. Yeah. Rob agrees. Cinema Fan says, Miles is my new favorite in the last 2 years. Are you talking in books or the Spider-Verse stuff or both?
He's been really good in the books, honestly.
Has he?
Yeah.
I haven't, unfortunately, I haven't, read books. I just, research what I need to find out.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I mean, they're definitely interesting. He can form, weapons now with his electricity, so it's pretty cool.
Ooh.
But yeah, he's a good character. Like right now he's a vampire. So he got bit by Blade.
Shit.
Yeah, Blade bit him.
Is he in the blood? So he's part of the blood hunt. See, I've heard blood hunt's really fucking good.
Yeah, I have it right here somewhere. Blade bit him in the neck. It's somewhere down there. I got a lot of stuff somewhere.
Nice.
But yeah, Blade bites him and he can control. I can't remember who helps him, but they help him so he's still human.
He can control the thirst.
Yeah.
Nice. Cinema Fan says, I love them all, but Peter is my homie, though. Just needs a good writer again. I mean, that always helps.
He does.
Justin comes in. Geeky! What's up, C-Dub? How you doing, man? Welcome in, both y'all. Good to see you, as usual. We're talking all kinds of fun shit up in here. Are you having a good time, Geeky? I hope you're having a good time.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Sorry.
No, you're good. I just,
No, wife just texted me. I'm gonna have to run in a minute though, because the baby.
Oh no, I get it, man. You got a 7-month-old. You must prioritize.
But I want to do this again. I enjoy
for sure.
This is fun. So I'm gonna have to run right now. But yeah,
okay.
I definitely want to do this again. I am enjoying my time. I just usually, just depends on the day. So
of course, yeah.
But I appreciate all of y'all who came in and said what's up. And I'll hit you up in the DMs, throw you into that group chat.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Okay. Later, bro. Later.
Have
a good one. Have a good one, everybody.
Yeah, thanks, man. Well, there we go. He had to go do dad stuff. What did you miss? There's rumblings that Young Avengers is actually not going to be. God, I hope that shit's true. What else? I don't know, just various little bit. Actually, we've honestly, we've spent more time just bullshitting about movies than we have dealing with scoops and shit. Ooh, I don't need these anymore. Real talk. We're just mostly talking about movies and shit. A little bit of Comic-Con. Yes, Brooke, a little bit of Comic-Con. I don't think anything really new there, honestly. He's still convinced D23 is bigger. And I don't know. Well, let's just say we have a difference of opinion on that one. Rob says, if Young Avengers gets bumped, my daughter is going to be pissed. I mean, yeah, that's fair. But I think they should bring them in. I just don't think they need their own film. They should be brought in under a headliner film. You know what I mean? Griff says it's not a chillin' stream until the disc tray makes an appearance. True. New hashtag, open sesame. And only we'll know what we're talking about. So, damn, I meant to ask him about the boys. We talked about it a smidge. You'd prefer Young Avengers becomes a Disney Plus series, Rob says. C-Dub says, what up, chillin'? Just finished watching Money in the Bank. Oh, that's over now? Okay. Really? Did it start at like 8 or something? Because if it started later than 8, I'm kind of surprised it's over already. God damn it. All right. Well, 6 Central. Okay, yeah, so that's 8 o'clock Eastern. All right. Rob says, lower expectations, Flirkin' Kitty of the Week / Villain of the Week episodic storytelling at its finest. I love Flirkin' kittens. They're so goddamn cute. They are so goddamn cute, Flirkin' kittens. Okay, I can't get my voice up that high. All right. I'm out of beverage, so, and to be honest, I've been holding it for like a half an hour because I didn't want to like put Geeky on the spot. But I'm the usual break I take. I'm gonna take now. So bear with me, enjoy the tunes, and I'll be back in a little bit, and we'll chat it up. Hello again. Hello again. Oh, do. What's going on in the chat? 7 Eastern, not 8. Oh, you're normally an hour. What the fuck? Oh, I was thinking mountain time. Jesus fuck. Okay, 7 o'clock makes sense. I'm like, these things are always at least fucking 3 hours. All right. Justin's weekend is not too bad. Glad to hear that, sir. A rare L for ooh. I'm gonna have my son-in-law was watching that earlier. I'm gonna have to ask him what he thought. I haven't watched wrestling for I loved wrestling when it was still the WWF back in the day. And then I was digging the Rock Stone Cold storyline back in the early 2000s. But after that was over, it got lame for me again. So I dipped again. So I have not been keeping up in probably it's 2024, almost 20 years since I've actually watched wrestling with any interest at all. Lou's watching A Quiet Place. Ooh. Zub says, not going to lie, something was off with this one. Cena announced his retirement random. Yeah, I saw that on the TwitX while also promoting Raw moving to Netflix in 2025. Well, that's being a good employee on your way out the door, I guess. Lou says, NFL preseason is right around the corner. Aw, shit. Yeah. I love my football. Quiet Place One, the newest one. C-Dub wants to know. Yeah. Oh, the one came out in 18. Okay. So you're all caught up. Brooke says there's a new film called Kalki 2898 AD. It's a Bollywood sci-fi film. I heard the reviews are good. Nice. Yeah, I haven't watched any of the A Quiet Place movies yet. Or is there just the one and about to be two? So many movies I want to watch. So many TV shows I want to watch. The amount of content out there is fucking nuts. It's crazy. Like I can barely keep up with the shit I want to keep up with. Matthew, what's going on? 78. God damn it. Oh no. We were right. And he says, I'm watching old stuff. Superman the movie, 1978, and Wizard of Oz with Judy Garland in 4K. There's some classics right there. Definitely some classics. Get out of here. Definitely classics. But am I the only one that is admitting this latest season of The Boys is definitely the weakest, but also enjoying it a lot too? Am I the only one that likes the side stories? Was it just me? Like, I completely disagree with Josh. I love the side stories. I don't consider them a distraction at all. But I'm wondering, Lou says got to watch The Wiz with MJ. Yeah. Like, honestly, I'm wondering if, like, the Frenchie actor needed some time off because he turned himself in, that was a little lame. I'm like, what the fuck are they doing with this shit? But then he had this last episode off. Rejecting visitors in jail was the storyline behind that one. But I mean, actually, I'm all right with him in jail, and I'm all right with Kamiko not pursuing her that one girl she ran across. But I mean, obviously, Butcher and Homelander are dope. I'm loving Sister Sage. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what she's up to. I think Firecracker's about to like start some shit now that she's got Homelander literally on the tit. So yeah, I like it. I'm enjoying it. Matthew says, I had watched Raiders of the Lost Ark and Star Wars in 4K HDR. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's a bunch of recomposites and Raiders and a bunch of CGI shit in Star Wars. C-Dub likes The Boys. Don't think it's as weak as some say. I like what they are building up. It's building to make a hell of a final season. Yeah, I think that's probably part of what's aggravating people is like it's almost like this whole season is, I mean, it's moving the story along, but not very quickly. So I think a lot of people are being frustrated by that. And where it seems like the whole fucking season is almost a setup for the last season. You know what I mean? Like obviously you got to set up the last season in this season, but it's like, I think people are not enjoying the pace. I think that's the main problem. I don't mind it. Like, I don't consider it a slow pace. It definitely ain't a fast pace, but I don't think it's a slow pace. C-Dub says Esposito being back in this new role is cool. What do you mean new role? I mean, he's new to this season. Lou says, my guy Butch is crazy, crazy. Yeah, a little bit. I'm really hoping we actually finally get to see the physical manifestation of whatever tore stretchy pastor guy apart. You know? Like, I want to see it. They hinted at it with what was poking out of that bunny with the, the little tentacle things. So it's probably just a big version of that, but I want to fucking see it. Rob says, just glad the boys is back on. It's checking all the boxes I need. Yeah, I'm sure. Especially Huey in Tech Knight's basement. Oh, okay. I get you. C-Dub says, new role, as in he isn't the top dog and has to work together with everyone. He is really good at that role. I mean, yes. Well, Esposito is just fucking good. I think we can just say Esposito is just fucking good. Like, whatever they need him to do, he can do. So, yeah. But yeah, no, I totally agree with that. It's going to be interesting to see. Well, now he isn't really working with everyone, but it's going to be interesting to see if him and Newman can mend fences or what. Since she set him free by blowing up Marshall heads. I just love how calm he was. It was like, oh, there you are. You know, it was just fucking Esposito's the man. C-Dub says, also, Homelander is so damn good. I would watch the show just for that. I mean, bro. I literally think like every episode has had a scene with him in it that they could submit for a fucking Emmy. Like, Anthony Starr is fucking killing it. Like, if you don't get, I probably won't watch all the shows, so I won't be familiar with whoever else is in the best actor for whatever fucking genre they're going to stick that under, or lead actor for whatever genre they're going to stick that under. But like, it's already him. The way the milk hit his lips. I just liked the childlike joy he got when he realized what was happening. It was like he instantly reverted back to like a 2-year-old. It was hilarious. What up, Harris? Howdy, motherfucker, to you. But yeah, it was like he regressed in age so quickly when that milk hit his face. It was hilarious. I think it's going to be interesting to see who ends up with more influence over him, because Sister Sage has the plan, but Firecracker's got the milk. So that'll be fun to see how that works. Oh yeah, Homelander. Brooks liking The Boys season 4 right now a lot. I mean, I am thoroughly enjoying it. Does it have its, I mean, it's not perfect, but at least for me, the flaws are minor and I'm enjoying it immensely. Brooks says Homelander is a great character as always. Oh, fuck yeah. Like I said, give Anthony Starr the Emmy now. I don't care. I just don't fucking care. Whatever genre it's lead actor in, Anthony Starr. Done. What do you guys think? Who's watching The Boys? Do you agree? It should be Emmy Town for Mr. Starr. How does he not have an Emmy yet? Yeah, I don't know, bro. He easily could have yeah, I don't know how he hasn't won yet. Have they not been submitting scenes for him? Like, what the fuck? Harris says, I was happy to see Stan Edgar again, finally. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I love the character Stan Edgar, and I also just love me some Giancarlo. Sharda says, will Moon Knight Season 2 be TVMA? I don't know. Geeky may have known, but he had to go be dad. The 7-month-old daughter was required papa, so he had to dip. So for me, I will say I hope so. Especially since I can't remember the name, but the most psycho personality of his was in control when season 1 ended. So I hope so, but we'll see. Press says, all I know about this week's episode is the booby milk thing. Yeah. I mean, if you consider the whole series, that is actually a pretty big power play by Firecracker. If you think about it. Because that was a large key to Elizabeth Shue controlling him in season 1. Rob says, Anthony Starr's Homelander isn't the main character in his own show. Season 3 is a different focus, more on him now. Yeah, that's true. It was much more ensemble. Season 1 was all about Huey. Well, yeah, it was. I mean, it kind of had to be. It was the death of his girlfriend that like set him on the train to help us meet that shit. Season 2 about Butcher. Yeah, I need to rewatch the early seasons again. Harris says the lobotomy stuff is cracking me up. It's so messed up and makes too much sense. I know, right? Oh man, that was hilarious. She she took that bullet and was like 4 years old when she was supposed to be presenting the master plan. And then of course Homelander is getting asked like, real questions and fuck. And then Newman has to step up. I thought that was actually fun. What do y'all think of like the Tech Night Freak basement? Like, I know Josh was like, there was just no point to that scene. I mean, it was fucking weird. Maybe it's just me. Like, to a certain point, I don't know if I necessarily enjoy that kind of weird, but I mean, I kind of enjoy it kind of weird, but I don't enjoy that kind of weird. You know, it's weird. But yeah, I didn't mind it. I thought it was definitely an exercise in unique desires. I'll put it that way. I mean, if as long as everything's consensual, I don't give a fuck how much leather you wear. I don't give a fuck whose balls get stepped on. I don't care if you're taking a 6-inch spike heel to your anus. Do what you need to fucking do. Although Ashley's awesome. I love Ashley. She's been one of my favorites since the jump. Brooke says, I found it kind of funny in a messed up way, that basement scene. Yeah, exactly. It was funny, but you're also like, kind of like that. C-Dub says, I'm still all in on Star needs to be the MCU's Norman Osborn once The Boys is over. Would be great timing for Norman to pop in, say 2026 or 7. One of the biggest questions I've had about like, the reboot that's coming after Secret Wars is who the fuck is going to be able to fill Willem Dafoe's shoes? Because Willem is getting up there. He cannot be Norman Osborn forever, unfortunately. Because the homie didn't even need a mask in No Way Home and still looked like the fucking Goblin. God, I love Willem Dafoe. But yeah, I've been racking my brain like, who is gonna fill those shoes? But yeah. Yeah, I think Star could definitely be a good Norman Osborn. Harris says they definitely made it funny. It did feel weird for them to make it traumatic right after, just not a tonally consistent episode, although still good. I mean, it yes and no. I agree it was like a big tonal shift, but on the other hand, like Huey just kind of had to plow through that whole, like from his perspective. Like, first you got to make it through the situation, then you can feel the trauma. So, I don't know. That's kind of how I'm looking at it. And of course, having to put his dad down. C-Dub says Star is fucking perfect. I mean, he's great. I am a big fan of Anthony Starr. The range he's required to show to be Homelander, at least especially lately, is just dude skilled. That's all there is. The man's got fucking skills. Potentially generational skills. I want to see a little bit more. I mean, obviously he's fucking awesome as Homelander, but I would like to see him in a different role, just to see how he alters himself to fit that role. I definitely want to see that, but yeah, he's fucking amazing for sure. There's what? Is there only 2 episodes left of The Boys? Someone check that for me if you don't mind. Was this episode 5 or 6 this week? Like, I'm confused on my shit now. Too many shows. Or am I thinking, or am I confusing it with the Acolyte? Because I know that one was 6. Excuse me. Or was this only episode 5 for The Boys? Somebody help me. Help me. I've got no soul to sell. Help me. The only thing that works for me. Help me think I'm somebody else. I want to fuck you like an animal. C-Dub says, yeah, he is perfect for a new, younger Osborn. The Boys cast in general needs to be scooped up by Marvel, Star Wars, and DC. So much talent. 2 more episodes. Okay, cool. Yeah, there is a lot of talent on that cast. I would definitely like to see them in other comic book shit for sure. For sure. Who from the Boys would I put in Star Wars? I can see a lot of them in Marvel and DC, but Kumiko could be in Star Wars. I'd have to see what Frenchie, like, how he comes across not as Frenchie, but he could probably be in Star Wars. Of course, I also could be saying that in just because he has a faint resemblance to Diego Luna. Not that Andor was actually Star Wars, but C-Dub says A-Train could be a young Isaiah Bradley in a Cap America show. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. Yeah, I would like to see. Yeah, I would like to see Isaiah Bradley go through the experimentation and be, you know, the first super soldier technically since Steve Rogers. That would be good. A Train would definitely be good in that. That is for sure. Brooks says Kamiko could definitely be in Star Wars, maybe Huey. Hmm. Honestly, I honestly don't know what the hell I would cast Huey in next. That one I'd have to fucking think about. I mean, Butcher could be in Star Wars. Um, Probably, you know, he could definitely. Oh, I could definitely see Carl Urban as a Mandalorian character. Ooh, yeah, he'd be dope as a Mandalorian. Brooke says Huey kind of looks like that serial guy from Andor somewhat. I don't know. I don't really remember what serial guy looks like, honestly, anymore. Like real talk, I honestly don't remember what the fuck he looks like. I don't remember. And I don't really care to look it up, honestly. Yeah. Alrighty. Brooke says Kyle Solar is the actor for Cyril. Just looked it up, and there is some resemblance between him and Huey's actor. Cool. C-Dub says Huey could be a solid Han Solo-esque character opposite to Rey or something like that. Yeah, I could see that. He kind of feels like a tech guy to me, like in Star Wars, you know? Like a techie knowledgeable, not like, you know, mechanically, not like mechanic tech, but like tech. He'd be like a slicer. I could definitely see him as like a slicer for hire or some shit like that. Brooke says, I like Simon Pegg's performance too. He does a good job with his American accent. Oh, dude, Simon, that fucking when he was going through his basically flash vibrations to phase in and out of people. Um and then like playing the memory loss part and then just like when the realization of what he did to those people, oh, Peg just fucking killed it. I didn't know he had that in him. I mean, I knew he was good, but I didn't know he had that in him. That was fucking impressive. Definitely impressive. All right, folks. I've got nothing else. I think Geeky and I were having a good conversation. If you guys got anything else, I am more than happy to hang out and talk. But otherwise, I'm gonna get the hell out of here. I have no idea what I'm gonna watch. Got to figure that shit out. But so, you guys got anything? Questions, concerns, comments? Anything at all? The deep actor could, I'm assuming, could play several X-Men characters. Yes. Actually, yeah, you're right. There's a few he could be. I can't come up with any names now, but like I can. Not Cyclops, but I could definitely see him as like shit. I don't know. I'd have to fuck around and look, but I do agree. He could definitely he would fit it. Well, I mean, not just X-Men. He would fit in Marvel quite nicely. Like, I honestly don't know if I would stick any of them with DC. It could go either way, good or bad with mutants. Yeah. Harris says deep actor could play all kinds of characters and all kinds of IPs. He'd be just as good playing a good guy. Oh yeah, no, I can see he's got one of those faces that can go either way with it. Like, goddamn, and I can see his face too. What's the homie's name? I hate when I can't think of motherfuckers' names, but I've seen this dude play villains and good guys. So yeah, and yeah, the deep actors definitely got that look. Ugh. Yeah. All right. It is time to go. Thank you all for being here. Again, I know Geeky would have been with us longer, but he had a dad. Debating on going to an anime rave tonight. Worth it or not? Anime rave? Depending on the level of cosplay, it could be very worth it. At least from that angle. Other than that, I don't know. Like, I myself have never really wanted to go to a rave, but that's just me. Who would I want to play Mara Jade if they ever go down that road? It's Anime Expo weekend. Sue, the cosplays are. Oh, I'm sure they are. Good God. You know, I mean, if you wanted to throw some of that pictures in my Discord, that'd be dope. Karen Gillan would actually be a great Mara Jade. You're talking about Nebula, right? Yes. Yeah, Karen Gillan would be good. I wish I could think of names. ScarJo would probably be pretty good, depending on what era, like what age you wanted to put them at. People are blasting fireworks everywhere, and you just put all the girls in bed. Of course. The weekend after the 4th, unless it's on the weekend, is always stupid. I've been hearing fireworks off and on around here too. What about Famke Jensen? Oh yeah. Yeah, she could like if we're talking like Luke and Mara where the kids are fully grown, yes, definitely. I don't know about like a younger Mara Jade though. That's a little more difficult, at least for me for right now. Original Gene, yes. Yeah, no, Famke could do well as a like, middle-aged Mara Jade. I'm trying to think of young Mara Jade. I know some people would probably say Sydney Sweeney, but her face is just like she's not too pretty to be Mara Jade, but her face just looks too sweet. Like Mara Jade needs to look a little more badass. Arya Stark actor. I haven't seen her recently. Actually, you know who else could play a good Mara Jade again with the grown kids is the chick that played Cersei and also the Queen in 300. What's her goddamn name? See, I thought of Sophie Turner, and she's got the same problem as Sydney Sweeney. She lacks the oomph. Lena Headey, yeah, she'd be good. Sophie Turner, for me at least, just she lacks the oomph that I feel would be required to play Mara Jade. What's her name from Orange is the New Black in that 70s show? Oh, yeah, Laura Prepon? Yeah. Hard to see her as anything other than Cersei, though. Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, there's got to be a reasonable amount of Cersei type thinking in Mara Jade, especially when she's still naughty. Thought Sophie Turner did a really good job portraying Sansa Stark and her development into a tougher character. Well, I still have to watch like the last couple seasons of Game of Thrones. Like I got behind, and then everyone like was so pissed about season 8. Like I'm like, well, maybe I'll just give this show a break for a while. So I'm catching back up. So I haven't seen her full development. I'm mostly going off her as Jean Grey in the Young X-Men movies, and she wasn't that great. Where the hell is the actor that played Jaime Lannister? I have no fucking idea, but he's good. Probably in England doing plays in English films and shit. That guy should be in Star Wars? Yes. Griff says Sophie Turner would probably be a better Jaina Solo. Yeah, I can agree with that. Like, I'm not making shit up. Mara Jade was originally like a Sith assassin type sent to kill Luke, right? So, yeah, young Mara Jade's got to be fucking hardcore. What's her fuzz from House of the Dragon? Not Millie Alcock. The Green Queen. What's her goddamn name? She could probably play a younger Mara Jade. Can't remember. Alicent Hightower. Olivia Cook. Yeah, the one playing Alicent Hightower. She could probably make a decent younger Mara Jade, I think. That's why you said Arya. She's already shown she's a badass in Game of Thrones and an assassin. She was the Emperor's Hand. Okay, yeah. Badass assassin type. Yeah, the younger Alicent actress is also good. That is true. Yeah, I would definitely like to see Mara and crew brought into Star Wars somehow or other, although the way the sequels are written, I don't fucking know how. Like, honestly, the way they wrote Luke in The Last Jedi, it would have been more believable if, like, something happened to Mara and family. Do I think we'll get Mara at some point? I mean, in order to do it, tie it into the sequels, I don't know how they would honestly, I don't know how they would do that without pissing, like, long-standing Star Wars fans off more. Because she's obviously not around in The Last Jedi. They could bring in Talon Karta. That would be the only way now. I would have to research Talon Karta. I cannot remember. The sequels have fucked a lot of potential awesomeness, in my opinion. Kellen is a dope character. She worked for him. Oh, okay. Cool. Nice. Anything else? Chat, he became king of the pirates long before King Luffy. Mara becomes his number one. Okay. All right. All right, folks. I'm done. Much love to all of you and much gratitude again to all of you who are here live and on the replay. If you did not be hitting the like on the way in, please be hitting the like on the way out. Same thing for the subscribe button and the notification bell. Well, I'm not going to bed, but my throat hurts. But yeah, hit all the buttons so YouTube likes me. And we will see you all on Wednesday to talk about the second to last episode of The Acolyte. Only 2 weeks left of this shit, folks. Of course, that means I'll have to come up with original ideas for Wednesdays. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Ooh, enjoy your walk, Brooke. Just be careful. I mean, I know it's still light out on the West Coast, but, you know, just be careful anyway. All right, guys. Appreciate you. Hope you have a good rest of your weekend. And we will see you on Wednesday. Much love, y'all. Where's my mouse? There it is. Have a good one. Peace. Let's hit the button. I had a good time with Chad, a.k.a. the Geekycast. And what's cool is he said he had a good time too. And he said he'd be happy to come back. And of course, I'm pretty sure we'd all be happy to have him back, wouldn't we? So we'll see if we can get that done again in the not too distant future. 2 more weeks of The Acolyte. But after that, damn. I forgot to ask y'all about something. I'll ask y'all Wednesday if I remember. But 3 weeks to SDCC, y'all. I am hype for SDCC. I think Kevin's going to bring it. I think he's going to bring it more than Geeky's anticipating, but that's just me. But either way, I think SDCC is going to be dope. Yes, well, it's the same weekend. SDCC and Deadpool and Wolverine are happening simultaneously. So I imagine there's going to be a lot of talking about Deadpool and Wolverine even at SDCC. It's like, this movie's so awesome. Get to, that kind of thing. Get to the theater. So, yeah. Much excitement in 3 weeks from this weekend, for sure. SDCC news. Deadpool and Wolverine hits the theaters. End of July is going to be pretty good for Marvel, I think. Now, after that, we'll see. Because we've got Venom 3 and Kraven so far as Marvel goes. And it's Sony Marvel the rest of the year. But maybe Venom 3 could be cool. Kraven, I'll be surprised if it's even decent. Like, honestly. So, but with all that being said, much love to you guys. Thank you for being here. Hope y'all had a good time. I always have a good time with y'all. And we will see you on Wednesday night to have another awesome discussion about the Acolyte. But until then, be careful out there, be well, and we will see you on Wednesday.